This is going to be done in two parts. And this is part one of First Biographies, Sandra Day O'Connor. It was written by Jenny Holland, and this was illustrated by Gary Race. Sandra Day O'Connor was the first woman justice on the Supreme Court of the United States. The Supreme Court is where arguments about what the laws of the country mean are settled by 9 judges or justices. The presidents of the United States choose these judges. Until President Reagan chose Sandra Day O'Connor in 1981, no president in over 200 years of our country had ever chosen a woman. Sandra Day was born on March 26, 1930. When she was growing up, Sandra's family lived on their ranch in Arizona near the border of New Mexico. Her grandfather started the ranch in the 1870s. He dug wells, set up windmills, and then bought cattle from Mexico. These cattle were branded with a letter B lying on its side, so he named his ranch the Lazy Bee. As a very young child, Sandra had no playmates except farm animals, cats, and cowboys. But she learned how to amuse herself. One way was to collect all the kittens and cats that lived in the barns. She became very angry with her father one time. She found out he had taken some of them to a distant pasture to fend for themselves. Sandra's parents were well educated. Her mother taught Sandra to read by the time she was 4 years old. Reading became her favorite hobby. When she was 5, her parents sent her to live with her grandmother and grandfather Wilkie in El Paso, Texas. This way, Sandra could get a good education. She came home to the ranch for vacations. Now, Sandra had 2 kinds of life, one on the ranch and one in the city. By the time she was 8, she could drive the pickup, shoot jackrabbits, fix windmills, and mend fences. She learned how to be a good problem solver, too. In the city, she went to school. She also learned about dressing well and all about polite city ways. Sandra and her younger sister and brother loved their summers on the ranch. They rode their horses every day and swam in the water tank to cool off. They hated to leave at the end of the vacations. Once, at the end of summer, Sandra and her cousin Flournoy refused to come out of the water tank. They did not want to go back to school. Sandra's father got a lariat, the kind of rope he used to catch stray cows. Laughing, he roped them out of the water. Sandra was so good in school that she skipped 2 grades. She graduated from high school when she was only 16. Her father had not been able to to go to Stanford University in California as he had wanted to years before. Sadly, his father had died, and he had to take over the ranch. But now in 1946, Sandra could go. She studied hard and got good grades as usual. Still, she had time for her friends too. Her father remembered she used to bring a bunch of girls from Stanford for the spring roundup. And I tell her, Sandra, I don't have time to be saddling horses for a bunch of sissies. But you know, those kids just took care of themselves pretty well. Sandra met her future husband, John J. O'Connor III, while working on the Stanford Law Review together. He was another law student. They liked each other right away and had dinner together the day they met. Sandra graduated with the third highest grades in her class of 102 graduates. John still had 1 year to go, but they decided to get married. They were both 22 years old. Sandra and John were married on December 20th, 1952, in a brand new barn at the Lazy Bee Ranch. John was the son of a San Francisco doctor. He did not know much about ranch life. I've seen better cowboys, Sandra's father teased him. But Sandra's mother said that if Sandra had been looking for a cowboy, she would not have gone looking at Stanford University. So next time we'll finish more about her career in law.